Did you know in Oregon, if a wood stove is not certified and it's old and it can't be certified, you have to destroy it? You have to actually destroy it and then notify the DEQ, the Department of Environmental Quality, that you have destroyed it. Did you know this? In Oregon, this has been a law for a while, that sellers of real estate, if they have a wood stove and it's not certified, they have to remove and destroy the wood stove and notify the DEQ. For a long time, it was happening. It should not have been happening, but for a long time, buyers would purchase the property, and in the contract, the buyers would state that they assumed the responsibility to destroy the wood stove. Maybe they would put the wood stove out in the garage for the appraisal so nobody would be too concerned, and then after the closing, they would reinstall that wood stove and continue having that wood stove, never destroying it. So the state realized that this was a problem, and they made it so that you actually have to not only say that you're going to destroy the wood stove, but actually destroy it and notify the DEQ. So it's kind of a big deal. I mean, like, it's a law, it's an Oregon law, that if your wood stove is old and not certified, if it cannot be certified, it has to be destroyed. So anyway, this is really important to know when you're purchasing a house. Let's just say you're a buyer and you find the most beautiful little place out in the forest and you absolutely love it, and the heat source for the entire house is that wood stove. If the wood stove is not certified, and you're going to purchase this house and you have a loan that will require there to be heat, your loan will require heat. If this is the case, you don't want to get far into a deal after paying a lot of money for home inspections and different things and then find out that the wood stove has to be destroyed, which would mean that there was no heat, which would mean a lot of loans would not finance, which would mean if the sellers weren't willing to do it, and you weren't able or financially able to pay for it or do it yourself, the deal may fall apart. You don't want this to happen after you spent the money for inspections and everything. You want to know kind of up front if this is going to be a problem. And so it's really good to just know in the back of your mind, if there is an old wood stove and you can tell by looking at it, or the sellers let you know that it's old and it's not certified, you need to know that it's not just a little loophole or something people say. It's a law that you actually have to destroy that wood stove after the close of escrow, if not before, and you have to notify the DEQ. So anyway, kind of sounds like a big problem, right? But the truth is, when you're purchasing a house that has a wood stove, I would always advise you to have it inspected. I just call Smoky Stove. It's like $129. They come out, they inspect the wood stove. They'll also inspect the chimney and everything, and just make sure that you're good to go and safe to burn with that stove. They'll verify that it's certified for you. And this is really important. Also, you'll want to call your lender and just make sure, there shouldn't be a problem, but just make sure that you having a wood stove, especially if we're talking about a little house in the middle of the forest, make sure that you having a wood stove is not going to affect the ability of you to find and get fire insurance. That's really important to know before finishing your purchase. And so anyway, it's really important that you just are aware of these things. Wood stoves are wonderful. They're great. Fireplace inserts are awesome. What a great way to heat the house and just feel nice. I love the feeling, the ambiance. But you do need to make sure that it's certified, that it's safe to run, and that it's environmentally friendly. And so you can check these things. Really, I would advise a professional, like somebody from Smokies or somebody else who is a professional wood stove inspector, to come and look at it and give you the clear go ahead. If you have any questions about this or anything else really about real estate, go ahead and give me a call. You can call my office, Century 21 JC Jones American Dream, at 541-476-6502. Or just go ahead and give me a call on my cell phone. I'll be happy to help. My number is 541-226-6448. Best of luck.